I caught my husband cheating with my sister, and now he's begging me to come back. I, 33F, met my ex-husband Dan, 40M, almost 15 years ago at a restaurant while celebrating my 18th birthday. He was really nice, charming, and mature, making me feel loved and special. For some context, I grew up in a dysfunctional family. My mom and dad always fought, and my dad would sometimes leave and not come back for months. He died when my sister Abby, 25F, was born. My mom was overly fond of Abby from birth, practically babying her. While my mom didn't neglect me and did her best to provide for me, I always felt something was missing. After Dan came into my life, I didn't feel that emptiness anymore. He supported me and was caring. He would always buy me gifts and take me on long drives. I felt complete with him. We got married after dating for 4 years. I wanted to start a family right away, but Dan encouraged me to pursue my master's degree and helped me build my career. He wanted us to be financially stable before thinking about having kids. He was the best guy I could ever ask for. However, after 5 years of being happily married, I discovered that my husband was cheating on me with Abby. I found out when he lied about going out of town for a week, but stayed in town and booked a hotel room for him and Abby to have intimate. This had been going on for 6 months behind my back. I was devastated. Abby and I were close growing up. I loved her and cared for her. How could she do this to me? After the discovery, Dan and I had a fight. I asked how he could do this to me, especially with my sister who had just turned 19. He said he didn't love me anymore, claiming I didn't give him enough attention and that I wasn't the same girl he fell in love with. Amidst this mess, I discovered I was pregnant, but due to the stress, I lost the baby. Dan didn't even care enough to visit me at the hospital. He was having a weekend getaway with my sister. I should have seen the signs. Abby was always touchy with Dan, and he would sometimes stare at her. It was still very disturbing. My mother, as usual, took Abby's side and told me to make peace with it. I wanted to kill myself because I felt I had no one left. I lost my child, my husband, and my whole family. Then my best friend Tina, my savior, came to my rescue. She was moving to another state and asked me to come with her. I said yes. I was already divorced at that point, and we lived in a small town, so I would obviously run into my ex and my sister. It took me a while to settle into my new life in a different state, but I met some kind people there who helped me heal some trauma. I still have trust issues. I met my now husband Tony, 32M, after a year of moving. I was hesitant and kept my guard up, but he showed me he was trustworthy and loved me a lot. I was so happy with him that I almost forgot about my past. His parents were welcoming and generous. We got married a year ago, and I am now pregnant with our first child. Yesterday, I got an email from my ex, Dan. It brought back all the bad memories. Paraphrasing his email, he mentioned he misses me. He tried to find me but couldn't. He is miserable with my sister. She is dumb and doesn't care about him like I did. I used to bake him cakes and celebrate his birthdays, but Abby only texted him happy birthday and didn't even buy him a cake. She is rude, doesn't respect him, and is always at the bar with her friends. She has cheated on him 5 times already, the last affair being with his cousin. Our mother doesn't stop her. He will soon file for a divorce, but has been missing me a lot. He wants us to try again as a couple and become a family like before. Since I don't have social media except for a private Instagram, he probably doesn't know that I am married and expecting a baby. I don't know if I should feel pity for him or laugh because the grass on his side is very brown rather than green. Update, Dan. I am sorry to hear that you are suffering, but there is no way I would be with you. Yes, there was a time when I would have taken you back in a heartbeat, but that girl is not there anymore. That girl died the day I had a miscarriage while you were with my sister. I called you, but you never picked up. I am married to a wonderful man who loves and cherishes me. I am also pregnant with our first child. I am beginning a new chapter of my life with someone I love deeply. So please do not contact me ever again. You made your choice. You chose my barely legal sister over me. I do not care if she cheats on you or doesn't respect you. Someone like you doesn't deserve loyalty and respect anyway. I have left my old life behind. It will be best for you to move on and reflect on yourself. You are just a deeply insecure man who is getting old and thought having a young woman by your side would be good. Goodbye. Update 2. A lot of you have been asking me what he replied. Well, he replied within an hour of my email. He said he was stupid to believe I would still wait for him and that he would always wait for me because no matter what, I will always be his baby doll. I cringed hard. He used to call me that, but now it feels repulsive. I also got emails from my mom and sister. My mom congratulated me and was excited about being a grandmother. My sister did the same and said she would be the cool aunt. I cannot believe these people. They forgot how they treated me when I needed them. They betrayed me. I cried for a long time because I've been reading your comments, and it seems like my sister sister and I were groomed by that man. I feel so stupid. I know I shouldn't be mad at my sister, but she was old enough to know it's wrong to have an affair with a married man, especially her sister's husband. I blocked all of them. I am 5 months pregnant and don't need more stress. God bless my husband. He comforted me when I cried and later took me out for ice cream. I hope I can move past this. Update 3. I have cooled down and can now provide a more detailed update. The email from my ex struck me like a train, bringing back all the bad memories. After I sent him my reply, he emailed me within an hour with what I mentioned in my second update. A few hours later, I got 2 other emails from my mom and sister, sent to my old email address that I hardly use. I don't know how they found out about my pregnancy, as I try to keep a low profile and haven't posted anything on social media. It scared me. I broke down crying on the spot. Luckily, my husband Tony was around. He held me and put me on the couch. He knows everything about me. I was a bit scared my mom and sister would find me. He reassured me that we are hundreds of miles away from them, on the opposite side of the country. He took me out for ice cream to comfort me. It took 2 cones to finally calm me down. I told him about my concerns and that my mom and sister might demand to see my baby. It's a girl. He said he would talk to his uncle, a police officer, to be on the lookout for them. Even if they come here and force themselves on us, he would fight for us. He is going to consult his lawyer friend about this matter and told me not to worry about my ex. He cannot harm me anymore. My husband even joked that we would move countries if we had to. Lastly, someone in my post suggested I alert the daycare about my mom and sister in case they try to steal my baby. We aren't planning to put her in daycare. Even though I am currently working, I decided I would quit my job to look after my baby and focus on healing from giving birth. I have a good amount of savings in my personal bank. This is my own decision. I will go back to work when our little princess is older. My in-laws are amazing and live nearby. They have offered to help with our child. Apart from my in-laws, I have a good support system. Tina and her wife Jenny have basically adopted me. They are wonderful people and have always helped me. I don't know what the future holds, but I am surrounded by good people now. I will leave you all and enjoy my husband pampering me. If something big happens, I will keep you updated. My ex, sister, and mother are all blocked.